Hello, thank you for clicking and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Patty. You may know me as Patty Pop Culture from TikTok. If it's your first time here, thank you for coming. You're so welcome here. If it's not your first time here, thank you so much for coming back. I love you. I stand you. I'm in your fandom. You guys, we would hope that celebrities who were canceled before would realize why they were canceled and then change their behavior. But some celebrities just absolutely do not. They give a fake ass apology and then they go back out in the world and do the same thing. And that is just what happened with none other than James Corden, the boozy panda late night host himself. One of my shameful pop culture opinions is that I actually think James Corden is the best late night host. I think he's the funniest. I think he's the best at feigning excitement for his guests. I really like his segments. We all do carpool karaoke, spill your guts or feel your guts, the musical ones he's done so many with Ariana Grande. So I love him on the show, but I guess if I ever saw him in real life, it would not be the same thing. James Corden has been canceled in the past. I did a video, 5 reasons why everyone hates James Corden, because in the real world, he's said to be kind of a diva to the peasants, the villagers that he likes to terrorize on the countryside, because he thinks he's from the UK. He probably thinks he's royal up there with Queen Elizabeth and things like that, but he's not. So he's been really rude to people out in the real world before, including his own family, his mother and his sister, when he achieved fame for the first time, appearing on like comedy specials or however someone like James Corden achieves fame for the first time. He apparently said that fame was so intoxicating that he became quite the Devo. He said that he started to behave like a brat, that I just don't think I am anymore. He said it's so intoxicating, that first flush of fame, and I think it's even more intoxicating if you're not bred for it. First of all, I hate the word bred. I think that's gross. I'm gonna blur that out if I ever say bred again. What I always say about these celebrities doing this whole pop culture thing is that fame doesn't change who you are, it reveals who they are. If you are a ungrateful, entitled cunt, fame is gonna make you that 10 times 10. If you're a kind, genuine human being, fame is going to show that that's really who you are. When you don't have anything to lose anymore or gain anymore, that's who you're really going to be. His own mother even revealed that she was praying for him, and his sisters were simply praying that he would not be a dickhead anymore. That's so embarrassing for him. I can't say I'm surprised, though. So, some other crazy stories about... Like I said, James Corden is apparently so horrible in public. He doesn't take photographs with fans. He doesn't give autographs. He's a bitch to really everyone. Anyway, here is one story of a James Corden encounter. Hey James, you won't remember me, but me and my friends sat at a table next to you and Harry Styles and some others in Mancunian Legends in London's Chinatown about 6 years ago. They remember it all too well. We didn't bother you, but you were a massively entitled cunt. So basically they're saying, first of all, I would let James know that he is a fat cunt. Quote Tiffany New York Pollard. They continued, who yelled and treated the waitstaff like shit. And when one of my party politely suggested you calm down, you got really aggressive and threatening in a chubby way, like a boozy panda. Why is James Corden the human personification of a panda? I think all their actions, like eating food they're not supposed to eat, being aggressive, falling out of trees, landing on their ass, is so James Corden. And why is he always playing animals in films? A mouse, a cat, and he's never played a panda? Anyway, they finished. So my question is this. Why did Harry Styles seem so cool while you were such a massive, throbbing bellend? I do not know what a bellend means, but it doesn't sound good. Let me show you the next one once I pull it up. This was another real life James Corden sighting IRL. So this one says, half an hour into a New York to London flight, passengers in business class noticed a woman with a crying baby being brought through the curtains by a flight attendant. They looked on in mild horror as they saw the attendant direct her into an empty seat next to ... James Corden. Expecting a huge celebrity hissy fit to kick off, Cordon's cabin mates were impressed to see that he didn't say a word or make any sort of complaint. He simply put on a pair of noise-canceling headphones, pulled an eye mask over his eyes, and turned away from her to sleep. Pretty decent of him, right? All right. When the plane landed, though, passengers were surprised to see Corden remained seated as the woman with the baby struggled to open her overhead locker. And even more surprised when she turned to Corden and said, "For fuck's sake, can you at least hold the baby while I get the bags down?" The woman was his wife and the baby was his child. He even thinks he's too good for his own baby. He said that baby has to hold the fee if he wants me to hold it. He's too much of an entitled cunt for his own family. So he was kind of canceled for this in the past, as he should, honestly. And it's kind of like, he kind of seems like the male version of Ellen, who is this charming, polite, kind person on their talk show, but then behind the scenes, they're apparently awful to all the little people and not who they put on the facade to be. And it's unfortunate that all these late night hosts are so good at acting nice. And I think it's particularly evil that he knows how to be nice. He's nice to all the celebrities on his shows and people while he's on camera. But the second that he's talking to someone below him by society's standards, he thinks it's okay for him to take down that niceness and be rude. It kind of shows the person that he is and how fake the James Corden is. But apparently he did go to therapy. He sought therapy to become a better person. That's so interesting to me. Like, what did he even say to the therapist? I'm just such a bitch. Can you help me? How far gone does a bitch have to be to not be able to help them anymore? Clearly, he was past the point of no return of bitchiness, because this week he did the same thing again, and a New York restaurant called the Balthazar that's apparently very famous exposed him. This restaurant is very exclusive. You can't just walk in. You have to get a reservation really far in advance, or if you're famous like James Corden, he probably called them and said he demands the best seat to magically become available for him that day. But the owner of the restaurant, Keith McNally, finally just had enough with James, and he fully exposed him in a story of his. So he started off by saying that James Corden is a hugely gifted comedian. I guess I agree. I think he's funny. I'm sorry, don't hate me. But a tiny cretin of a man. So I looked up what cretin meant, and it basically just means an absurdly stupid person. And next to the word, you know how it'll be like noun, blah, 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 adjective, it will say whatever that word means. It said in an exclamation point with a triangle, offensive. So only say this word if you're trying to offend someone. So you have a new insult to throw at someone, a cretin. And then he said, and the most abusive customer to my Balthazar servers since the restaurant opened 25 years ago. Can you believe that? In the whole history of the dam, that's older than me. There hasn't been a ruder person since. He must have been a fucking nightmare. So apparently this restaurant owner had to 86 James Corden, and that is code word for saying basically he had to kick him out, and it means that someone is now banned and no longer welcome on the premise. So if you're ever being a cunt to your waitstaff and they start saying 86, 86, your ass is getting kicked out. That's what happened to him. And then he gave us a very, oh my God. Okay, oh my God, I thought I accidentally posted a really inappropriate photo of myself. Wait, hold on. Oh my God, that is so something I would do. Holy shit, wait. Okay. Oh, thank God. Ooh, girl. All right, we're good. No inappropriate photo got out. So here are his two examples of James treating his staff bad at the Balthazar recently. Manager report number 1. In June, James Corden was here on table 61. He was taking notes. He was keeping receipts. Karma's not a liar. She keeps receipts. Although this is diabolical, it happens very occasionally in all restaurants. After eating the main course, Corden showed the hair to the Balthazar manager, G, who was very apologetic. Corden was extremely nasty to G, and he said, "Get us another round of drinks this second, and also take care of all of our drinks so far. The way This way, I write any nasty reviews in Yelp or anything like that. So I think he made a little typo there. I think he meant this way I won't write any nasty reviews on Yelp or anything like that. And he's James Corden too. He can really bring this restaurant down. It is really famous. Maybe they would stand a chance, but it's good that they kind of kept receipts like this. And James Corden knows his reputation is bitchy anyway, so no one's going to believe him over this restaurant. So this manager, very, very smart. Any managers out there trying to protect your business, keep receipts on these people. He apparently ate all the food and then showed the hair, which is exactly what I would expect James Corden to do. It's interesting how frugal he still is. If he really cared about the hair, he would have just said it in the first place, but he didn't care about the hair. He's not hygienic like that. He's just wants free food. That's even more embarrassing. That 1, you're dirty. 2, you just want free food. 3, you're making an ass of yourself. Girl. Manager report number 2. This happened 2 weeks ago. James Corden was at the Balthazar with his wife on October 9th for brunch. He asked for a table outside. Allie Walters took the party to table 301. Mr. Corden's wife ordered an egg yolk omelet with gruyere, cheese, and salad. I'm so sorry if I'm saying these wrong. A few minutes after they received the food, James called their server, MK, and told her that there was a little bit of egg mixed in with the egg yolk. As if the egg and the egg yolk don't come in the same fucking egg together and they're not always touching. Okay. MK informed the floor manager, G, the kitchen remade the dish, but unfortunately sent it home with fries instead of a salad. That's when James Corden began to yell like crazy at the server. You can't do your job? You can't do your job? Maybe I should go into the kitchen and cook the omelet myself. Why is he Gordon Ramsay? Like, this is not MasterChef. This is not Hell's Kitchen, James. A little bit of egg white was touching your egg, not the end of the world. The odds of that not happening, I think, are pretty fucking slim. How do you even pick that out? He just wants free food. Is Balthazar expensive? Maybe he's not getting paid as much as we thought. MK was very apologetic and brought G over to the table. He returned the dish, and after that, everything was fine. He gave them promo champagne glasses to smooth everything over. And G said that Corden was pleasant to him, but still very nasty to the server. MK was very shaken, but professional that she is. She continued and finished her shift. After that, he was 86th. Not to be confused with 69th. He was 86th out of the restaurant and never allowed back again. That's very unfortunate for the waitstaff to have to come within an encounter with him. Maybe they would rather have an encounter with Michael Myers, but it seems that James Corden has a pattern, and I think he's gonna leave his show even worse than Ellen DeGeneres left her show. People aren't really gonna miss him, and it's gonna be just a sad ending to the run that he's had. I wonder what his staff thinks about him. I wonder what the other people under him think about him, because if he's really that eager to jump on a server staff, why would he bully service workers like that? I don't know. But if he's really that eager to do that, who knows what else he's doing? And I think he needs to revisit therapy because his healing journey is not linear. He's going back down that path of being a cunt. So unfortunately, that just seems to be who he is. And maybe one day he will change. But until then, that's the tea. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed this, give it a big thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, that's between you and God, not my problem. You should subscribe, hit subscribe. Did I say subscribe? And then you should like the video and then share it with people. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Leave in the comments what kind of tea you would like me to discuss next, or what situation you want some breaking down of. And I will see y'all soon. Thank you.